Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect, where guys, last episode we built the brand new pool area, or the gym as it's now known, in the prison. Now, there's a few things that have been happening since the last episode, and that is I keep having an error pop up every so often on the screen, and it's all down to the pool filter that we've added in. I just don't think it kind of works, so it's thrown up a few little issues in the prison. It's not bad, it's just every so often the kind of output dialogue box pops up. We'll probably see it at some point today, but it's a pretty cool little room in. Everybody goes in there, works out, feels good, and then hopefully it doesn't cause too much mischief. We can only pray, guys. We can only pray. So what are we doing today? Well, we today are going to be expanding the prison. I want to get set up, or hopefully get set up, a whole brand new cell block area to the prison. Now, this new cell block area, I'm going to build it down here at the bottom. It's going to have its own kitchen and canteen. It's going to have a yard next to it. And it's going to have a huge cell block, which we can house a lot of prisoners and hopefully get our population over 500 in today's episode. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to pause it for now. And we're going to kind of think about how we want to plan this. So let's get a plan now. So if you kind of look at it like logically, we have like a corridor entry point here coming down. We have one here too. And technically, if you kind of glance at it, there's a corridor coming down here which filters down to there. So we could turn this little area here into the yard, which I think will be like a good way to kind of navigate that whole system. And there's a door up there that filters into that corridor, door up there filters there, door going through here. So there's many different ways we can set this up. But let's focus on this area here. So that's 58 across. We do it 58 by 30, and that can be our brand new yard. It's only going to be a small one we're going to add in, and then we can build the prison around it. So what we're going to do next then is kind of think about the canteen system and kitchen. Now the canteen and kitchen is going to serve solely this brand new wing section. And the brand new wing, we're going to have one kind of down this side, and then one kind of fills up that side there. So we can have the canteen centralized as well to the prison. So let's say that this is a corridor that kind of goes around. Let's bring this one up too. This is the corridor system that kind of is going to go around the buildings, the yard, and the cells. And we bring this one up as well. So I don't know how much space we're going to have. We might have to like fill up like the awkward spaces with like dormitories and stuff like that, which I don't mind. So that's going to be our corridor little system there. So we're going to want to add a canteen in there. So this room going across, if we made it, which is 58. Oh, I'm sure it's 50. I thought it was 58. I was going to say for a second there. I kind of misplanned that. So 58 across, and we'll do that by 30 as well. So we have a decent sized canteen. And of course, part of it is going to be a kitchen. So that's going to be the big canteen room, which is actually going to be the biggest canteen that we have in the prison to date, which is pretty cool. So what we'll do then, we'll kind of zone this here. We'll do a how much is that across if I go to there? That is 34. So we'll do let's do a 10. Let's do a 10 across by 30. That can be the kitchen area there. It leaves us room over here for other stuff, maybe like a laundry or maybe even more cells and stuff in there. That could be a cool thing to add in. But these are the basic kind of the basic situation that we want. So we got to look at now cell blocks. So this is going to be the yard. This is going to be our first one we'll work with to begin with. And we want the entrance to be up here or maybe to the kind of side a bit there. So we'll kind of zone it like this. So a 4x5, 4x5, 4x5. So a set of 3 becomes a 10x5. So 10x5, 10x5. I just want to see what gap and spacing that we then have. So if we do one back to back, we have that awkward gap there. Which that's fine, because we can solve that by building a dormitory just like that. So we do another 10 by 5 here. 10 by 5 there. Fill up that awkward gap. 10 by 5. 10 by 5. So how many cells could I get in this space here? So I could do 1, 2, and there's a weird gap. So we leave that open for the entry inside or into the yard. Now do the same here. And that gives us a little gap there to entry into that point. We have entry points that could possibly go there and there. And we'll get those, well, we won't do them into the garden, well, into that area anyway. But we can leave that little space in the middle for a common room. That's going to be so cool. Right, we'll get one set up on this side then. And pretty much around here then. So let's look at it this way then. So we got a 4x5, 4x5. Well, let me do sets of 3 again. So a 10 by 5 there. 10 by 5 there, which leaves me open. Oh, I can actually have cells going all the way across. Okay, that's kind of dope. So 10 by 5's there. So you have a gap here. And I'll bring it up to there. By 5. By 5. So that becomes a 16 by... What was it? 16 by 9? Yeah. So another 16 by 9 there. I'll leave this space open up here for the shower area and whatnot. So how much space do I got here then? So if I do a larger one there, which can be for the dormitory. And then we can have entry points here, here. So 4 entry points. And then we can have a shower room up here. So we'll set 2 shower rooms up like that. And one here and here. And then this whole room here to be the common room for that block. So there is quite a few foundations that we need to get in. There is quite a few. So before we get all those in, we're going to kind of work with this area over here. So the kind of final area there then for another cell block. And this one will go a little bit more kind of stricter on, trying to get a lot more prisoners in this area. And we'll leave this space over here for like other rooms and whatnot. So with this being the corridor then. Now if I did, what was this? Because that had the perfect amount, 25 by 5. So if I went 25 by 5. Okay, I can't quite get in the exact amount that I want. So do a 10 by 5 there. 10 by 5. We can get 1 in there. 1 in there. Okay, it leaves a little gap there open for us to kind of filter into the canteen from this cell block, which is quite cool. We'll have a corridor run down. So with that said, we have the same kind of setup in that area too. Now, how do I want to do the rest of this then? So we've got cell blocks on either side. Then we're going to squeeze in a couple of dormitories right now. So I think it would be best then if I have the entry point here as well. An entry point here. And then that becomes, or that could become, we'll stick it out by, no, we won't stick it out by one more. That could become a shower area. So leave that line across there. Which this could be, if I bring it to there. If I do a 7, no, an 8 by 8. An 8 by 8. 8 by 8. 8 by 8 leaves that gap there. And them 4 rooms there are going to be dormitories. So if we have the same kind of setup here then, so we stick 2 out. So we do a 15 by 8 there, which fills that gap. No, wait, it doesn't, does it? Oh, no, because I haven't come up by an extra one. There we go. Delicioso. So 2 shower sections. Perfect. I like it. So there's a lot of foundations that we've now got to get in. A lot of foundations. So let's begin with this then. So let's zone all of that. We'll zone that. We'll do it in like stages. Right, that is a lot of foundations that we are technically throwing in and telling our workers to get done. So we're gonna dump that door. Materials. We're gonna demolish these walls there and those walls there, so we can get simple and easy entry points into this brand new section. So while they start to get all that built, we might start to have those little output boxes, dialogue boxes pop up, which means, because, I mean, it doesn't affect the game, but it is quite annoying, I might remove the pool filter. I don't know. We'll kind of see how things go, see if we can educate anybody with the sports grant. If not, I'm then going to remove it because it is kind of annoying. Right, we've got a lot of foundations now coming down. Right, we have told them to dump that door, which they now have. The door has been dumped. But I expect them to take about 10-15 minutes to be able to get all these foundations in. They're going to be so crazy to get them in. But I can't wait. I'm super hyped, super excited. So while they get that done, let's take a little glance around the prison. There's one little prisoner right now just chilling like a strawberry villain in the gym. It's currently yard time as well, by the way. It is yard time. They're all going to the yard. So I want to check out the logistics, not the intelligence, sorry, for the gangs. Now, all the gangs are over there. The gang leaders and enforcers. I'm just glancing around to make sure there's no one who's like kind of crept past our security when it comes to the new people in. Oh, and I've seen a lot of you guys also talking about me building a death row in the prison, which I think that's something we could probably do next episode. Probably get it on this side. We can sentence people to death, which is not good, but it's kind of a cool thing to do at the same time, if that makes any sense. Right, look at it. They're scattering these foundations in random places right now. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It is kind of weird. But there's a lot that need to get added in. We've got 130 workers. Doesn't feel like it. Does not feel like it. Right, it's eat time for the majority of all the prisoners right now. So they can get their grub on, and then we go into sleep, and our workers can then focus on the task at hand, and that's getting all the other foundations. Oh, was a death today? Where was a death? Oh no. Oh no. They've just killed an armed guard. Well, that ain't good. How did they get hold of a weapon in the first place? I bet you they beat him down. Well, they're in trouble now. They're in trouble. Search cell block. See, they're in trouble. I wonder if we're going to find anything in this area. Could you imagine they're building tunnels out of here? Could you imagine if all of them escaped at once? It would be shocking, wouldn't it? Right, all the guards are coming in to make the general searches. I mean, technically they shouldn't find anything, because these guys have access to nothing unless they brought something in when they first got moved here. Yeah, we found nothing. Right. You're lucky this time, punks. Right, they got the foundation in such random places. Little do they know, they also need to place down all the utilities too. So this is going to be very fun. Now, what power supply is going to be powering this area? So if we took it from this one, that one's half capacity. So that one could literally function all of that. But then this one is, that one's, yeah, okay, we'll take this one because that one's not going to do much more. This should be do this area and that's it. And you can call it a day, this whole joint. But there's a lot of work that needs to get done in. So we shall wait until the work is done. So what has felt like forever and a day, we now finally got the foundations in. We've got some basic utility grid set out for it. So now we can finally begin setting this whole area up. So I'm going to quickly pause it for now. And we're going to get in all the walls to kind of set up the general rooms that we kind of basically want. So drop all these down here. We're going to separate this area here. There we go. It creates that square for that cell block over there. And then pretty much do the same on this side. I gotta give them small tasks, you know, otherwise nothing gets complete. So the jail door's there, which will close up to here where the another jail door is to complete that cell block. Put it into play now then, so we actually get stuff done. This will be a little shower area there. And we kind of need to kind of plan how we kind of want all this stuff to basically work out. So, there we go. Told you. The little debug area pops up. It's all to do with the pool. Look, clean pool filter. So, not too sure what to do about that or what to do with it. I noticed that the kitchens are really struggling for ingredients. So, what I've done is I've placed down more ingredient pots down here so we can grow some more ingredients. Because I noticed when the last time they ate, everybody ran to, which they're doing right now, they're all heading to the snack machine, the vending machine, because there's not enough food for them to eat, because we've only just got the ingredients in, they're now only just cooking it, but it's pointless, because it's eat time now, so they're going to the snack machines, because we don't have the food yet, which is bad, it's very bad, which is going to cause some unhappy customers, but hopefully we can start to grow some ingredients again and get the place back up and running. Right, they're going to start getting walls in then, and we need to kind of figure out how we want to set up the cells. Now, what I'm going to do is first, I'm not going to actually physically zone them to be cells just yet. But we'll get all the objects we need in there for the cell. So stuff like the toilet, the bed, and that is a basic cell, believe it or not. We're getting materials in as well. There we go. And of course, one last thing, we need a jail door. Now we'll do that, and we'll do one on this side as well. And then we'll clone it and place it everywhere that we need it to be. So brick wall. There we go. Objects. Got the bed. The jail door. And of course, the toilet. So once I've got those in, we can then clone and drop it everywhere we need it to be, obviously except the dormitories. Now, because it's not zoned just yet, it obviously means that no prisoner will move in, which is good, because I want to set this whole area up before we go any further. Now, we got a lot of work for our workers to get done again. I've given them small tasks to complete first, and they seem to be kind of doing it in stages, in blobs. Are building this goddamn whoa. I want to know, guys, if you know why the game does this, when you get to a certain point, when your prison gets really, really big, why does it feel like the building slows down? Or not slows down, I mean the building gets built, but they do it so inefficiently compared to when you first start your prison. Why is that? I'm not 100% sure, but it is kind of annoying. Not gonna lie, it is kind of annoying. Okay, did they get the food down? Then they're still cooking up some food. They're still fighting over the snack machine and whatnot. The game was just fighting to autosave. But let's get in there. Look, feed the prisoners. We've only fed 33%. That's not good. It's definitely not good. I can't wait till they start harvesting stuff. Then we have a huge backlog of food ready to go. It's just going to take some sweet, sweet time to grow that stuff. Right, anyway, how's the walls come along? How's these cells come along too? So we do need to get the plumbing in. But I'll leave that to the very last. We'll leave it to the very last. See what I mean? It just feels like it takes forever and a day to actually get something done. By walls. Like they build that bit there, then they'll go build this bit down here, then they'll go build this bit up here. Like they're coming down to build this bit. It just makes no sense to how they're building stuff. This dude is fighting to get through the jail door, not realizing that, damn it dude, you can walk around. So stupid. So stupid. But what can you do? What can you do? Nothing. You literally just gotta wait. That's what you can do. That is legit what you can do. Right, rooms then. We'll zone then this to be the kitchen. We'll zone the canteen as well. Bam! And we'll zone the shower rooms to where we're going to have them in. So 2 up there. 1 long one there. 1 long one there. And then we also have one over here too. Do we have one over here? I kind of forgot about having a shower over in this area, didn't I? Yeah, we're now going to have one in. So we'll have... No, I can't actually drop it there because of how that is. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay, so maybe we have to replace one of these dormitories with a shower. And that's what we'll do. We'll set this dormitory up here. That would have been a dormitory, is now going to be a shower. And we set that up. Sweet! Alright, how are they doing with the walls? They're almost there. They're almost getting there. We need to put some staff doors. I just realised this. Or, no, we'll just go to normal doors because we can have, like, prisoners come in and whatnot. Do some work. There we go. Set some doors up there so you can get into that room. Have they created any ingredients yet? Not really. How long are we thinking? So it needs water. It needs all good stuff. And we're just waiting for our gardeners to kind of get it up and running. How many have we got? 20 garden workers. Right, let's up that to 40. So they can focus on getting a lot of stuff done as well. So double our workforce there so more stuff happens in the garden. So we can get this stuff harvested as soon as possible. Great, mate. Great. Right, again, a lot of stuff needs to get done. A lot of stuff. We've almost got the walls done. Then they can focus on the individual cells and stuff like that. It's just annoying how they just don't do it efficiently. That is what makes me so annoyed with building big prisons in this game. The inefficiency when we go to large scale. Do these not have lights inside? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Right, it's eat time. It's about to become sleep time very soon. Did they get enough food set up? See, they've got no ingredients to cook. So there's a handful of food set up there. So some prisoners are going to go make their way now, grab the food. A lot of them will go to the snack machines. So, and another problem, another reason for this, if I can click to get my regime up, is we have 2 eat times. So let's change this to work. So we only have, well, we had 3 eat times. Now we've only got 2, so we use less ingredients in general. Right, are they going to start? Oh, that's now growing. That one's growing. We're going to be ready to harvest that soon. Yep, boy. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Okay, then all them cells are pretty much done. So we could clone them and set them up. So probably one last thing I would want in there is a light in each room. There we go. So when I do clone it, at least we know we're going to have lights in each room. So we just wait for those lights to get in. How's these walls coming along? See what I mean? It just feels like forever we've been waiting for them to get these goddamn walls in. It's not even a hard job. It's not even a difficult job. Right, the 2 lights are ready to go in. Just gotta wait for a goddamn prison guard to show up. How are we doing over here? Right, here comes the guard then. Gonna get my quick clone tool at the ready. There we go. So bam, bam, bam. Everywhere that I can now place this type of facing cell is now going to get dropped in. So this is going to be a lot of sellage going in right now. So let's get all this down there. Start up at the bottom. No, nice. And then nothing over here. Well, nothing in that other one, but apart from this one. Boom, 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 boom. Now, them going to be dormitories. I think we should leave those to be dormitories, those ones. Right, how do we do over here then? Okay, we've got that now in. So let's clone the rest of these boys in. There we go. You in, you in. And then the final area. Kaboom. Love it. Okay. Right, that's a lot in. So while we're still getting paused, what we'll do, we'll set up one dormitory here. So materials, brick wall. Okay, we can semi-create a center point. So we do a large shell door, bunk beds. 1, 2. And a disgusting toilet in the cell. Okay, right. That's again a lot we're asking to get placed in. But in time, we're gonna have a really good cell block. A really, really good cell block. It feels like time is ticking by so slowly. But we're getting somewhere. We're actually physically getting somewhere right now. We got a lot of the cells in. We got some of the dormitories in. We haven't zoned any. They're starting to place some ingredients in the kitchen for when this is up and running. Now, I don't know whether it already does the food distribution for the canteen. Oh, hold on. Where's that being selected as? Okay, there. So yeah, I don't know whether... Yeah, I think you have to like have the canteen complete before you can do any of the good stuff in terms of getting it all together. But we'll get the machinery in for the kitchen right now. So all the cookers down. We get a couple of sinks in. We'll get the refrigerators. There we go. And we'll drop a couple of tables in as well, because you just never know when they're going to need some tables. Okay, so that's kind of set up there. What we're getting now then is some serving tables. And the serving tables will place up here. So do 4 there. Can't quite squeeze another one in. So we got 8 in total. And what I'll do is Now this is always the interesting part about this, is trying to squeeze in as many tables and chairs as possible. So I could do a row of 3 to begin with there. And if I get some benches in here, there we go. We'll see how it rocks and rolls. So, we've got a few other rooms in. We gotta get this dormitory in here set up, this dormitory over here set up too. I'm not gonna designate or zone the rooms for the cells until we have the canteen and kitchen all set up. Now, the sink is gonna need some plumbing. So, we already have it there running through anyway. That's kind of cool. That's kind of good. We'll see how that goes. Our workforce have got a lot more work to do right now. They're all just sitting here chilling like strawberry villains, thinking like they've got nothing to do, when little do they know they've got a lot of things to do. Right, let's pause it. Bunk beds. There we go. Get those in. Get some toilets in as well. They're going to need the plum skis in. So once that's built there, I can clone it to the other ones that we then have available to add in. I might turn this whole thing into a common room. The majority of this we're not going to get completed today, unfortunately, just because of how long it kind of takes to get some of it done. But we can get a huge portion of it completed. Now, some of the few issues that we were having, it's nice to see that this kitchen's getting some ingredients. We have harvested quite a lot. This kitchen here is cooking up a load of good stuff. It's got a few extra on the side there, but it is cooking up some good stuff. Got some food in there. It's currently yard time. They'll be eating very, very soon. What about this kitchen up here? They've got a load of ingredients as well. So it looks like having or placing down those extra kind of pots there to grow some ingredients. These have got a load of ingredients too. It's all coming together. It's actually all coming together right now. We're slowly getting or creating the supply for food. Oh, these are going to need to be hooked up to the power supply too. Right, do that one connection there. That one. Boy. And yeah, I've got some guards kind of deployed in these areas so they can focus on opening some of the jail doors for the various staff members. But once we got some of those tables and stuff in, what I'd do is we'll prioritize all of these. We'll prioritize all of those so we can get those done a lot quicker. And they've actually pretty much got the majority of the kitchen up and running and set up, which I'm quite impressed with. I didn't think they'll get it done as quick. We'll get some staff members. So we do have quite a few cooks in the place. So we hired 20 for this area. We made sure we got plenty of sinks because we faced that situation for a long time where we struggled to clean the dirty dishes. So what's missing from here then? There is no prisoners assigned to eat at these canteens. Oh, that's why we couldn't zone it or assign it, because we haven't set these rooms up to take on any additional prisoners. So that's something that we probably should look at getting up and running. So rooms then. Cells. I'll pause it while we kind of add these in. We'll zone them now. And we'll kind of get an idea for how many extra prisoners, or basically what our full capacity is then going to be at this point. So dormitory, which is here. The dormitories are what's going to be mainly bulking up the majority of our population, because there's going to be so, especially this one up here. It's got so many beds in. This, of course, is going to eventually be a dormitory too. Well, again, majority of it is all cells over in this side. So I'm going to say that we've added an extra 100 prisoners. So 550 might be where our population is going to be. Of course, this one over here, including that one we've just got in. So we'll have to kind of find out or wait and see until that's built, until we get a full read of our capacity at this point. But, oh, there we go. The debug area is back up again, guys. Get out of here. Right, what are we missing from this? Got the bed, toilets enclosed. We just got to wait for it to update and understand that it is a cell and it can be used. So today at some point that should update. Okay then, so we've pretty much got all the benches in. Okay, we're now updating right now so that the population, our capacity is going up. Oh, okay, it's gone. Oh my goodness, it's going to get all the way up to 600. It's going to get to 600. Oh, I haven't fully zoned this one. Rooms. Dormitory. There we go. So that'll give us a few extra beds now. I actually might push our population over 600 when that's complete. Damn, boy! That's a high population. We've added in an extra 150 prisoners, basic. Well, more than that if you think about it. Like nearly 180. Let's say 1,000. Where am I getting the 1,000 from? Well, what seems to be the issue over here? Shrine. Oh, I've done the same over here too. Rooms, dormitory. There we go. So yeah, that could push us up to 600 now. Which will be great, mate. Quickly pause it. Oh no, they're getting the pipes in there. We're going to now quick clone. Oh, I can do that whole little section there. There and there. Get as many tables and chairs in as possible. We'll do the last set here. Objects, jail door right there as an entry point. We'll have another one right there as another entry point. It's a lot of jail doors we're just throwing in. It's a lot of tables and chairs we're just throwing in. Our population is now up to 610 prisoners. That's mental. That's a lot of prisoners, and we'll continue to kind of work on this in the next coming episodes. But that is crazy. That is a lot. A goddamn lot. Right, logistics, food distribution. So that's to there, to there, to that individual dormitory. Over here as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The food distribution set up how I want it to. We're going to need the laundry room, and we'll get that in the next episode. We'll finish up the 2 extra dormitories, well, the 3 extra dormitories. The few common rooms that we want to add in as well, we'll get those added in too. We'll also see 100 prisoners come in tomorrow. Even though we got a capacity to have more than that come in, we only have 100 available. So we're going to see lots of prisoners arrive as we progress in the next few episodes. He's got a laundry room in, a few extra rooms just to kind of, you know, be sufficient enough for this area. Did I zone this to be a yard? I didn't. Let's zone this now to be a yard. Bam. Wait for it to finish. And there we go. And I might, guys, you just never know, I might let the gang leaders back in. Not the enforcers, just the gang leaders, and see if they hire any other brand new enforcers, and see what happens in the prison. It'll be very interesting to see. But we'll wait until we get those new 100 prisoners in. But guys, I think we are going to end it for here today. Hope you did enjoy this episode, guys. If you did, make sure you smash that like button down below. Try and get these doors to always open. There we go. So we can have all these workers come in and build everything. This is so good. So good. It took a while to get this whole cell block area in. It's still not finished, but progression is underway. It's pushed our capacity over 600. Which is crazy, because that means we can have, you know, 600 prisoners. Run our way to 1,000. Let's put that out there right now. we are slowly on our way to 1,000 prisoners in the prison. And our capacity is going to only go up even higher once I finish these next set of dormitories too. So yeah, get ready for that. Anyway guys, hope you did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.